everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. Today I am out at a local park. It's Metro Park and it is sunny, so I thought I'd take advantage of having a nice day and come out here and do a little pastel work. It will get more colorful, but it may not be sunny again. We just never know this time of year. So I might use my creative license and brighten up the picture a little bit and add some colors that aren't there yet. Anyway, I hope you'll join me. I'm going to give you a look at the lake and so you can see what it's like and how pretty it is with the sun shining on everything. Try not to go too fast. And I think I am going to be painting that pretty little spot of color over there. So I lucked out and got a picnic table. So I did not have to set up my chair, which should save me a little bit of time and effort. And I'm just going to rough in what I'm seeing and what I'm going to do. It's a little tricky when you paint plein air to try and figure out how everything lays out on the page. It's different than if you're painting off a photograph. So I just want to do this. I want to be really quick in that I don't want to deliberate too much, because my idea is loose and fast, and because it's not going to stay warm for very long. It's a little chilly under the pavilion. Let's just say that. Okay. So that's my darkest dark under my trees out there. And then I want a nice undercolor for the water, which actually, I think I want a dark green. Since I'm not really doing an underpainting this time, I'm going to put that right on there. Okay. Then in front here, where the grass is, I'm going to go with a kind of dirty pinky dirt color. And let's see, behind the trees, let's go just a little lighter version of what we did before. I said I'm not going to do an underpainting, but this is basically the underpainting. So I kind of did. I just didn't do it with pastels, with watercolor or anything like that. I might, and no wet. I'm not using any water or alcohol to blend it. But I might, I can hear a goose or a duck. Actually, I think that might be a duck. I haven't seen the ducks, but I've seen the geese, definitely. And there were some sandhill cranes that were just sitting by the booth you passed to come in when I got here. So let me get my paintbrush. I know I saw in here. And I am just going to kind of get rid of the excess pastel. trying to do the lighter colors first. Hopefully I didn't lose all of the markers I put in to tell me where things were. Now I'm just going to take this and get rid of the dust. A few good whacks. There we go. All right. Now let's get going. Okay, I am going to do a little work on the sky. I think I can do this. There. If you're new to my channel, this is my pastel sketchbook that I made. And by the way, glad you're here. This enables me to do some plein air pastel work really easily, really quickly. Each page has a glassine page, so that it can keep really nicely all the previous paintings. This one's my new one. I used up my old one, so I had to make a new one. I think this is, I think it's Lux Archival paper. That's a nice sanded paper that lays flat, and I don't have the issues of the curve that you can get with UArt. I do like UArt paper, but I don't like dealing with the way the paper won't lay flat. So my whitest white here that I have in my little travel pastels. This is all the little nubbin things that you probably normally would take out of your box because they're too small, but they work perfectly for this because I can fit quite a bit in there. Okay, we're going to work on some trees. Is really, really empty today. These over here are a little more golden. But I don't want to have it all, that color only in one spot, so I'm going to move it around a little bit. A little deeper orange. Get it out. Ah, there. Just a little bit of this more muted rusty color over there. Work on the water just a little bit. Got that green down. I would like a dark muted, almost purple. Let's see if I can. Just gonna blend that just enough to get rid of some of the keep these little cloths to wet my hands on. They're from the dollar store. I just cut them in half and then I serge them along the edges so they don't fray, and when they get too messed up I throw them in the washing machine with something that they can't hurt. I don't want them to ruin something that I am really fond of. Oh, I'm gonna just put that tree in. Just a little bit. I think I'm gonna do more in the water first before I do the rest of the trees. Oh, that's too green. I need it darker. Someday I'm going to, oh, did I bump that? I'm going to find the dark olive green pastel that I seek a lot. I've never really found one that was quite what I wanted it to be. It helps. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and get the other trees in. There's a a whole bunch of weeds growing in the fence row. What happened to my papers? A little messed up on the corner. Probably wasn't real careful with it last time. Okay, I think we have officially reached the ugly stage. So let's hope it goes somewhere from here. There's a little sun shining on the front of the bank. I think what makes those colors pop on those trees are the evergreens that are in between them, and without that you don't have the contrast, and it doesn't do the same as it does. It doesn't pop as much. My attempt to speak English. Okay. These bigger trees have very mottled highlights on them, very where the sun is hitting them, because they are mostly in the shade, in the dark, and so it's hard to tell, but there's not a distinct line between where the shiny, the light side of the tree and the dark side of the tree is what I'm trying to say, because it's bouncing around all over here. It's mostly that the leaves are keeping it, and so I'm getting leaf patterns on the trees is what I'm mostly seeing. Not so much like the trees in the back have really got the sun on one side. That being said, the sun is coming from the left here because I am facing west. Let's get some leaves on here. Again, these are really dark. I need it darker. The wind just picked up. And get my fence roughed in here that I seem to have lost completely. Oh, little patches of highlight on my grass. Sorry if I bumped that again. Every once in a while there's a little bright guy along the fence row. But there's also a little dark. There's my okay. Fingers are going numb because that's what my fingers do. Probably cold enough for everybody to do that, but I have not the best circulation, I guess. It's Raynaud's syndrome, and I tend to lose feeling in my fingers. I can lose feeling in my fingers in the grocery store in the summer. So I'm not a good model for is it cold or not. Now, I know I'm going to go home and look at this and go, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. I can still do it. It just won't be recorded. So it's always a good idea to step away and come back and look with fresh eyes. I think it's also good to recognize what it is and that you're doing, and in this case I am doing a sketch in my sketchbook with very tiny pastels, so comparatively this one's pretty good. Just trying to differentiate the tree from the background over here. I was here a week ago, is that right? 2 weeks? No, a week ago Friday, painting, and it got pretty cold by the time I was done. And the sun was going to go down, and it's so depressing at the end of the summer, fall, when we lose our sunshine. I think I bumped us again. Okay, well, I'm getting chilly, and I think I'm going to call this one done, at least for now, unless I look at it and say, oh, it needs, which is really hard not to do as I say that and I go back. I think I want just a little more of this color somewhere, because I seem to have lost it. Okay, so as usual, thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, hit the like button please, and if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified of future videos, hit the cute little bell. And as usual, please check out my Etsy shop, where I have prints of my artwork and some originals and my cute little monsters for sale. And you can also buy me a cup of coffee. That's in the description below the video. That's always a nice thing to help me on this journey. And I really, really do appreciate everybody that watches. And until next time, thanks for watching.